this was something up. Hi viewers, welcome to this edition. My name is Apostle Dokken, and as you know, we are here to do you good. So we thank you for patronizing our channel, and we hope that you will continue to benefit from this channel. Remember, this is coming live on Majesty's Christian Television Network, your channel of choice. We have this topic that people have been calling in and asking us to continue because they want to know where we are heading with this topic. Living living difficulties.
With mother-in-laws.
Living with mother-in-laws and sister-in-laws. And solutions.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Because we've spoken about the problem, have we?
Yes.
Finally, please speak.
We did.
Because people already know you. People know every one of you now.
Yeah.
And they are enjoying this program. So, for those who have just tuned in, by my left side is Mr. Obalade from Mr. Obalade Suya and the restaurant. You know him. So, when we finish this program, please make sure you call Obalade's number and go and test the suya. You have been eating that suya. Well, why didn't you bring even suya for us? These panelists, don't you love them?
Yeah.
You a whole CEO of this thing, you will allow me when I finish program, I don't have any food to eat.
I am sorry. The fact is, you are right. And then I won't let this happen next time. You won't be complaining next time.
Wow.
Yes.
These panelists, they love your food so
I
much.
can see them. I need also to make them happy with my spice suya.
Exactly.
Like,
Not only
enjoy
that,
it.
the pounded yam vegetable soup, that's another one.
That is also something.
The pepper soup, we don't that side.
I'm always just very that is skeptical about inviting women for pounded yam because they will tell you they know how to cook a goosey soup. That is the thing.
No, but the one of Obalade is totally different.
Exactly.
Totally
So you are
different.
welcome. You can come sometime and try what we have for you.
Hey.
You will really like it.
What about the tilapia fish? What do you say about that one?
That one is a shocking material.
Macariabo.
anyone who would try that will have enough certificate to prove it because you need to have the spice very high.
Wow.
If you are not the people who knows how to really separate the spice, you may not really come up with it. But the fish will surprise you.
Hey,
enjoy.
That fish I love it with the fried yam.
Yeah, with fried yam or the
fried
plantain.
with the little salad.
We have been adding to it that's a sweet potato because not everybody knows about that, but we'll be putting in sweet potatoes. So sometimes you can add sweet potatoes.
Really?
And then you enjoy it very well with the fish. The fish is very marvelous.
Awesome. I don't know why you are still hanging there waiting. Please make sure you give a call. You can call here and then we can give you the number direct. Otherwise, Obalade can give us that number later on.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So we have the next person, our next guest. Today she decided to shade her eyes because she's having flu, as she said, and that's Mrs. Osagide. Miss Osagide, welcome.
Thank
Choice
you.
Osagide.
Yes. Thank you for having me again.
Thank you, honey. We are proud of you.
Thank you.
And then we have Auntie Ruthie there, Ruthie Boni. Say hello to our viewers, please.
Hello. Pleased to be here.
Aha. So, our topic again is providing solutions to the problems of mother-in-laws and sister-in-laws with their wives.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Can we just have a recap on some of the things we discussed last time that are part of the problems why many wives are not comfortable in the place where they married them? I'm not starting with your choice. I want to start with Mr. Obalade today.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the opportunity given. And then I think in the last discussion we were able to address all the area where women are really facing challenges in their husband's home, in their matrimonial home, with the in-laws. We will remember that what we try to put out there is that there are some certain things that are seen as problems, but they are part and parcel of marriage. What the husband would provide for the wife, how the wife need to handle the stress with the sister-in-law and the mother-in-law. They are part of us is everyday activities. And those are the things we discussed in our last listing. We bring about all the area where women are really facing challenges in the home.
Yes.
Husband being very generous with his wife, that can be questioned. Wife being very that's a vocal in her husband's house, that can also be challenged. Women that is taking care of the children, that can also be challenged. The way you also dress your husband can also be another challenge. Even the food in the house. So that woman, they chop too much. She don't let it chop all my picking finish. So, you know, all that areas have been forwarded in our last discussion.
Yes.
So today is we are going into the solution, which I'm going to allow my my co-panelists also to have their own says, because like I do, we were to look at it again, look at the area where we are to bring solutions, because many people who are waiting for us over there, watching us, they want to hear the kind of solution we have for them.
Exactly.
They also have these challenges, but what are the solutions? What makes it a little bit perfect? You can't have perfection all over, but we understand that you try every day to make things perfect. Exactly. So we are going to hear from my panelists, and then we can move on into the solution.
So co-panelists, just take it and then roll with it.
For marriages to succeed, today we are going to focus more on the solutions.
Yeah, but let's talk about a little bit. Let's have a
so one problem that some people have in their mind is the Bible says that the man will leave the husband's house and join, so they can cut the in-laws from interfering, so that they can have successful marriage.
Okay.
But the argument still continues that it's not as simple as that.
For the man to leave.
For the man to leave, especially when we are talking about a culture of Africans and our tradition, the men don't leave. They carry on the name of the family.
Of course.
Yes. So there, the man have a bigger responsibility to take care of the wife and his own mom and dad and all the siblings, because the land and the houses and a lot of things will be in his name. So it's his responsibility to take care of the extended family. Because now we will say, the solution will be, we will say like, the Bible says, honor your father and your mom. So a woman cannot come and marry a man and say, I don't want to honor my husband's parents, I don't. Or my husband, even the Bible is telling us, respect and love your enemies and your neighbors. So marrying into a family, all the relations are parts of the gift you get into your marriage. So you cannot just separate your husband from his family.
I've not really understood you clearly, because you are trying to say that when the Bible made mention that the man have to leave and become one with the wife, the Bible is not saying that you the man, you have to drop your family,
everything. No, the Bible is not saying that.
No, that's not the meaning of that.
Okay, because the baby that will be coming.
The living is to detach a bit from the things that clusters around you, like where you used to, every little thing you call, you say, "Mommy, can I do it? Papi, can I do it?"
No, the thing is, we are all children of this universe. We are all children of the universe. Every man and every woman is a mother, is a wife, and every man is a father, is a brother. So, if you marry somebody's son, you cannot tell the man to detach and cut off all the relationships. No, even old girlfriends at times even play a role, because at times the mother-in-law love the old girlfriends more than the new wife.
It's true.
Yes. So it's intricate.
As for me, I would say the bigger problem we are having is from the woman. When a woman is married to a man, she is expected to be married to the whole family. And the whole family expect her to please everybody, whether it's old, young, no matter the age of any person in the family. The woman who came to marry to their son, they expect the woman to please everybody. That is the biggest problem, because when she cannot please everybody, then she becomes a bad wife.
Exactly.
Yes, men don't have problem as much as we, the woman, have problem when you are married.
Yeah.
The family of the woman don't expect much from the husband, But the family of the man expect more from the wife.
Exactly.
That is the biggest problem. They want to dictate everything the woman does, and that is not good. Some family is not all I can say, but some family don't make the woman like really feel comfortable as if she's living in her own house.
Exactly. And that is where the problem lies. Because
yes.
when you don't make her feel
like she owns the house.
You
it's
know,
like
it's very, very risky.
She's a visitor in her own house.
You know, if there was a time my father used to advise my community, because most of the time they will come and they are complaining about their sister-in-laws and the wives of their sons.
Yes.
My father began to deduce that the complaint was becoming too much. He said that you mothers don't love that your sons are getting married, number one. Number two, you sisters, you don't also love it that your brothers are getting married. Because if you continue to show hatred to the wives married, then you will make them to begin to have some resentment.
Yes.
They will begin to have some kind of resentment in their heart, as if because they will be feeling that they are not welcome in the family.
Yes.
For somebody to leave his own father and mother and come to you, join hands and become one with you,
yes.
And then she has come to that new family as well, you want to make her look odd as if she didn't have a family.
Or she's not welcome into that
then
family.
It puts resentment, it puts hatred in the heart of that woman.
Yes.
So the woman will begin to mark them one by one, or every one of them who are making their comments, who are demanding too much from her, she will be marking them. So when she goes in the inner chamber with herself and her husband alone, she will now begin to voice how she feels. You know, she will be speaking about her hatred. But if that is what we are doing, I think it is wrong, because if we realize that our brothers have married and the lives of these our brothers is solemnly, permit me to say, sometimes it's also in the hand of those women.
Yeah, and
so because my father was telling my community, if you realize that the life of your son is in the hand of this woman, then you must love that woman very much, because whatever she cooks is what your son is eating.
But they don't think that.
And so if you go about showing hatred, some of them, that's where the white people say, okay, I don't take it anymore, and then they do something. So we have to be very careful.
Sometimes I really love that is how our sister spoke about the problem that is generally facing women, yes, their husband have, because the one she just mentioned are general problems. But I'll be very happy that the people that may be sitting at the back of the TV or watching us directly from home,
yes,
to understand one thing, that one of the most important area that we neglect so much is that we need to be able to understand human behavior. Human behavior is very important in everything that we do before we join people.
Mm-hmm.
The human behavior is that, you see, you are going to marry a man who has been in a family for maybe before you got to him, to marry him, the man is as old as 25 or 35 or a bit older than that. And then this man living in that very community and in the family has occupied a position of a senior brother, a junior brother, or a father in a family. And that means that the man has been occupied already even before the woman comes in. The mother used to depend on him to do things for, to run around for him, for her, help me do this, help me do that. Every woman that is sitting here, or that is standing here with me today, will agree with me that they love that, to see their son doing things for them. Now, a woman will come suddenly, because that is what you also expect. It's a very happy moment for you, the day you want your son to marry a woman. And then you are very happy. But the thing is, the woman is coming also from a different family. She have also her own way of life, her attitude. Even sometimes we find it very difficult when you marry to another tradition. Yeah. So how to bring that very person into your own tradition, for the person to accept it, not being forced upon. That is one of the things that we need to know when I'm talking about human, that's a behavior. The people who are welcoming her in have already, carry something along with them. They believe that the woman has been nurtured at home. She has been instructed by her parents. They have prayed for her, and she must be of a good behavior, and so on and so forth. But we must know that every one of us have our dark side. Somebody make me to believe, say everybody has its own demon. when I ask, what do you mean by demon? Because I don't believe, I believe demons should be cast away.
Yes, exactly.
Now you are talking that everybody have their own demon. The person make me to understand that the time of your anger, the time of your being angry or afraid, those are the time of your demons.
Okay.
And you need to learn how to control that. And that's when I'm talking about human, that's a behavior. The woman who is giving a son to another woman that you are going to marry her wanted to know everything they are doing. And that is exactly where the problems comes in. Because she has been used to that. That is what she's been doing. And where I will come in with my own advice and solution is that our mothers should be able to do what? To hold themselves back, so that we can have the women coming home also to have a ground where they can also lay their own eggs and behave, so that we can do what? We can correct them when they make mistakes. But if you already judge them before they even come in, that woman, the way I look at her eye, the eyes is so sharp, she can be like this with my son, she can be like that. You have already judged her, and that is going to bring a lot of resentment, just as you said.
Yeah, exactly.
So
what are you saying in next?
So yeah, the solution is that we should try to understand the women, that's the mother, I'm talking about mother-in-laws, should understand that you are bringing in a fresh body. And because you are bringing in a fresh body, there's going to be the kind of behavior that you don't even notice when they were dating. When they were going out together, you don't notice those kind of behavior. You should prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you prepare yourself for that, knowing fully well, just like what the daddy said, Apostle said the other time, said, if the daddy said the mother-in-law did not go too hard on the wife, then our behavior will also not be repeated in a harsh way. The way the young ladies no longer handle things right now. If you don't help them with a soft hand,
yes, exactly.
You believe that let me give her a hard hand, because you see, sometimes they go, I'm sorry, I'm just going to use this one to break quickly. A woman was pregnant.
Yes.
I was there, I was young then. She was pregnant, and then it's almost the time for her to give birth. And in their own tradition, according to the mother-in-law, the woman must start pounded yam at that time.
Hey.
She must and then she's laboring. She having already the pain. And they say, put yam. They give her the mortar, and she start pounding, and she's feeling pain. And they say, for her to be strong, she has to pound. But I have not seen that in the modern world today, where people are giving so much stress to labor.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So all those things are the things that our mothers need to look into, that you don't give too much stress to our wives, and then they will now fight back, and that will become a problem for us. I begged our mother-in-laws, I begged our mothers, we being men, to please be softened a bit on the women, so that the women will have a ground where they could practice a good behavior.
I don't think you married the woman for your mom. You married the woman for yourself.
That is where I come here. But where is the man? Sometimes we don't have to blame all the problem on the family members. The man, if he's really man enough to marry a woman,
you must be man enough to defend her.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Some men don't defend their wife. Whatever their sister or mother tell them, they will even go home and put it on their wife.
Okay.
For that, there will not be peace in the marriage
at all.
But if a man is able to stand up for his wife and say, this is my wife, I didn't marry it for you, I married it for myself.
So what Joyce is saying is very, very clear. So where would the husband be when the mother-in-law is demanding that this expected mother will pardon yam in the mortar? Yeah.
Exactly. But you see, what I'm saying here is that
I like the story.
We have a tradition. We have a tradition, and the tradition is telling us that we cannot neglect any side of our life.
But tradition did not tell a man not to defend his wife.
I know what to say. But do you know that? Do you know that in some tradition that we have not even get out of in our place where we come from, in so many large community in Africa, is that sometimes when the woman want to have baby, they tell the man to go away.
Oh yeah, of course, because the woman
has tell the man to go away. So during that process, the man has no information.
That is not a bad thing.
He has no information.
I can clarify what you just said.
That is
yes,
in the labor.
You are asked to go out.
Most people have their children.
Because
in those days, most people have their children at home. They are protecting the man in order for the man not to see the merciful.
Okay, I agree with you totally. If that
they also in the olden days, they also detect that after a man have seen the way her wife deliver those child,
She doesn't want to have
sex with his wife, he becomes really scared, and you know, so for that they also prevent. Oh no, you don't see, there is people around who can deliver your wife.
Okay, so they are protecting.
Now we want to talk about
Yes.
we want to talk about some solutions.
Yeah.
Now let's come about where love, tough love, is going to play a role in the success of the marriage.
Yes.
Tough love.
Tough.
Yeah, very tough love. When it's difficult, when your sister-in-laws and your mother-in-laws didn't accept you, they complain, and whatever they do, they don't accept you, they are not grateful. The Bible says love is patient, love is kind. So that is where love will come in.
Who is loving who?
The woman who is coming, you know, at times the woman who is coming into the
She
family,
goes about loving everybody.
yes, she will try, because very soon,
they have to accept her.
very soon, so they will, for sure. You can, if you say, the Bible says when you answer somebody who is angry, you answer the person with a very nice answer, soft voice,
Yeah.
the person will also calm down. The aggression will subside aside,
Yes.
and you will start to accept each other.
Yeah.
Because leaving your family, let go, just don't touch me, we're not going to work. It's only love. That is when the pastor was among us, he was saying, let's consult the Bible to make the marriages succeed. If my sister, friend is going into a marriage, and he called me and she said, Auntie Ruth, you know, I'm going to marry a beautiful man or a handsome man, rich, but you are not invited because we want to keep it low key. We don't want to spend too much money. It's all right. I will understand, because we are in Europe. It can happen. And I said, if they are pregnant and they have their baby and they invite me, I will tell, I'm not coming. I will not come because you want to get into your marriage alone. You want to have your husband for yourself. If now do it alone, there is a law. There is something like law of karma. If what you sow is what you reap. If you want to be alone with your husband, nobody should interfere in the marriage. And I'm alone. Don't touch me. Don't ask me money. Why? Don't you tell me that, Ruth, don't come here, I don't want to see you, don't give me financial help, don't visit me in the hospital. What is so to be lonely with your husband, continue to be alone with your husband and leave us out of it. We will manage.
That's no problem. That's the best.
Yeah,
as
that's
I always said, when some
out of
people
it.
complained that because of this woman, that is why their son is not doing good or giving them money,
Yeah.
I will say they are wrong, because the man is not a stupid man.
That's a good point.
Do you have to tell your wife that you are going to give your mother money?
Does he need to do it secretly? Have you become a dragon in the house?
No,
if both
he's
of you are
the
one,
man of
if
the
both of you
house.
are
He's
one,
the head of the house.
why wouldn't you be one also in the monetary affairs? Why wouldn't you be one in the monetary affairs?
Yeah, you can be one, but if the woman said, don't give money to your family.
Why? And why would that
For
wicked man say
example,
that?
will you listen? Must the man listen to the woman?
But why would the woman also be wicked to say that?
So the solution is discipline. Everybody have to be disciplined. Both the wife, both the husband, and the family of both sides. When everybody is disciplined,
you know, the reason why we were here, just like what I said last time when we were still on this show, that we won't be on this show if there has not been problems.
Beautiful.
And we are not going to handle this problem because we are thinking that some people are not already in this situation that we're talking about. There are people who are already in the situation and they are waiting for a way for them to lift up their heavy ladens. That is to put it away. And if they look at people like us on this very show, that maybe we have some expertise among us who can explain that particular area for them, then they will be waiting to hear what we are about to tell them about that particular area. You see, this is just a general problems, because if you see one here, you see the other one there.
Yeah,
there are also homes that look very perfect, but they are going through some things inside of them that they couldn't relate to many people.
Wow.
And that is because they were smart. You understand? If you make they were smart. If you make your issue a general issue all the time, then you see people will be dropping in different kind of ideas, and ideas can be very dangerous sometimes. So you see, what I will say, I have talked about the mother-in-law. the mother-in-law need to take it easy on their daughters-in-law.
Okay,
Just take it easy, because your days is different. I used to say that I have also in my own family. I used to say to people, because I use my own self as a preference to many of the things that I was about to explain.
Okay.
I have my time in which I was struggling to make it in life. I was struggling, and in those times I also have that is a commitment that I need to do with people.
Yeah.
And in those days, when I have to do commitment with you that I don't have more than 50 euro or 20 euro to give you,
yes,
then I gave you 20 euro. At the time of my peak, that I know that maybe things is well with me,
yeah,
and I needed to deal with somebody else, and then you come to know that when I'm dealing with that person, I gave that person better, and then you say, what about my own time? So a mother-in-law could be someone like that. A sister-in-law could be someone like that. That when you were dealing with us, you don't do this too much. See, you give your wife ring. It was gold. It's diamond.
That's
it's
your wife.
This, it's that.
Yeah.
That is your wife. So they need to be able, what I'm going to give to them as a solution is that let us bear with ourselves. Let me think good of you. That because you are better does not mean that I will not be better too. I will be better too.
But my dear, are they supposed to be competing with your wife?
They will, because it's human.
No,
no, that's it. No.
Generally, it's human. They will.
It's not competition.
They will. And if they do it, why we are here is to tell them solution.
No,
But
they
the
don't
Bible
have
did
to.
not say, no, it's wrong.
Yeah.
But the Bible didn't say that you shall become one with your mother.
But you know there will be no
That
redemption.
is why I said everybody should be disciplined.
But you know that there will be no
Lack
redemption
of
without
discipline
sin.
cause
If anybody
problem.
does not commit sin, there will be no redemption. Why are we here? It's people are not in trouble. We are here because people are in trouble. And what we are here to do is not to talk about their trouble so much, is to find a solution within our own solution, what we have dealt with in our home.
The solution
You look, the woman standing with me must be sometime or now a wife of somebody, a mother of children, right?
Yeah.
Now she is going to tell us how she have well handled our home with our own mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and she passed through. Because now look at her, she's looking very good. That's a gorgeous woman.
But
and
when you look at her,
to be very gorgeous like this,
Yeah.
it means that you have been through some kind of training.
Yeah.
So now it is what we want to get out
That
of
is
them.
why I said
That's what we want to have to
discipline
get out of
matters.
them.
Some people, both the wife and the husband and the family, some people are not disciplined. If you are disciplined, you know your right, you know your place. If you know your place, then you don't have to cause trouble for anybody.
One thing important we have to know about marriage is the foundation of the whole society.
Yes, it's true.
And so it's not only husband, wife, I love you, babies is the marriage, but the way you are going to handle each other, treat each other with love and care, loving, sharing, caring in time of misery or hardship, of death or sickness, that is how the marriage is going to work. You see, because it's like your mother babysits me, your mother babysits you, my mother babysits me, and now the Bible says we should honor our parents. So now we are now strong couple. We have to babysit my parents and babysit your parents. You see, so the thing is two-way. At times, the husband's family will not accept the wife easily. At times, too, the wife's family will not accept the man easily. That is why we say love and commitment. Yes. You have to be dedicated that this marriage is your family. You are going to take care. You are going to love the people. You are going to share your burdens, share their burdens. But if you just don't say, please don't get into my business, I'm alone, it's not going to work. We have to work as a community. We are building a community with love.
Yeah, what she
for we the women, you talk about
no.
You see, what the panelist is saying is very right, and then the way she's putting it to the people out there is that, look, there are commitment as a wife. Expect it that there's going to be a lot of commitment for you. And out of this commitment, most of them will be like oppressing you. It will look like someone is oppressing you. That is exactly how you are going to feel. But as long as you know that you are a wife, and you're going to remove that aspect of being oppressed, and you're going to practice the aspect of being a wife, a supporter, a partner. And when a partner is with a husband, you know, when I feel pain, you have a little things to do in that my pain that I'm feeling. Maybe you help me to heal, or you help me to feel. Yeah. That is two things. It is always like that. We know, you see, the general aspect of it that I'm trying to put down here is that we already know those problems are there. But how exactly do we get out of these problems so that we can help our viewers? That this is how we get out of problems. I have a wife Do you understand me? Last time I spoke a little bit about my wife's relationship with the mother, with my own mother. And at the end of the day, being patient, because I always try to tell her, you have to be patient. Just be patient. You don't fight back.
But you also
what
told
you
us
do,
you were talking to your mother.
of course,
I was talking to your mother.
I was talking to my mother at the same time, because you see, our sister here says something about the men. Do not neglect your wife.
Yes, I want to
Do
hear
not
that.
Do not let your wife be used by your family.
Do not neglect your wife. There are so many places where you can use soft words on a very hard situation for your women, and the women will calm down because they have a journey to go. They will also come to the same position as the mother-in-law, because they also going to have children. And if they have children now, they want to protect their children, and from protecting their children, overprotection comes in, and they start challenging the wife instead of them helping the wife. So what we are telling them, look, what we are saying here today, some mother-in-law are sitting over the other side
And
watching the TV,
yes, exactly.
and they want to hear exactly what is their fault in all this. They want to know, why is the women attacking them? Why should they not be the mother of their son after he's married?
No,
they want to ask those questions from us too.
Oh.
And what we are telling them, just like my sister said, that look, let people be able to take care of their family. Okay, very good. The man should take care of his family, right?
Yes.
But you see, whenever the man pregnant his wife, and the wife get back to bed, he's going to call who?
The mother-in-law to come and help.
And his own mother too, right?
Yes.
Tell them about the good news.
Yes.
Are they having a kind of separation from the family?
No.
They don't have separation from the family. The family is family, blooded and then related by marriage or whatever. We are family. We cannot detach from one another. But there are faults that we make because our wife make us to make the fault, or the fault made by the wife because the husband make them to make the fault. So what we need to make them understand is that the mother-in-law are doing their best to make sure that their son have a good home, but sometimes they do too much. And that's what we need to tell them. Please reduce
They must know their boundary.
Reduce your
Influence.
force, your influence on the marriage of your son. Reduce it. Allow him to breathe. Let him be now the controller of the ship. Give him the chance to navigate.
And another problem is not the mother-in-law. There are some bad wives too. They are like last time I came to your show, a lady mentioned that one lady was praying that before she got married to any man,
The mother-in-law must die.
okay.
Yes.
No. So that kind of a girl, if she went to go and marry a man with mother-in-law, how do you think she will feel?
She already wants the woman to die.
To die, so she's not going to even make any attempt to please the mother-in-law, even show respect to the mother-in-law.
Yes.
So sometimes it's not even the in-laws, it's with also the wife that cause trouble for our husband and the family.
But you will know that fear can make people to do many things. That's
Fear
what I
of
want.
what?
Yes,
Fear of what?
fear of what they are hearing about mother-in-laws. That is the reason why we need to make sure that we also let them know that you need not to go into a marriage with fear.
No, why can't you respect your husband's mom? Like the way you respect your own mom.
Yeah, the one
if
who
he doesn't respect her mother, that is where she will have problem with the husband's mom.
The wife who will be expecting her mother-in-law to die before she come in definitely do not want to have a mother-in-law.
Okay.
It doesn't even respect her own mom.
She doesn't even want to respect a mother-in-law. That's why she will be willing to see her dead before she comes.
So with the wife is, first we have to know that the mother is the first wife. The mother was there before us, before you came into the man's life. So for that you have to show some respect, some discipline. It's very important. But some women don't know that. Some women think, oh, since I married the man, or the man belongs to me. No, the man belongs to the mother first. You are practically the second wife. The mother is the first wife. And if you know that, there will not also be too much problem.
Well, I think, having listened to all of this, I think that mother-in-laws who are watching us have to realize that the person you are calling boy, that your boy has grown and has become a man.
But some men don't want to grow.
It's because he has become a man. That's why he made decision to marry. So from the moment that your boy has grown and now began to date a girl to the point that he can marry that girl, I think every mother listening to me must realize that the boy you are addressing as a boy is no more boy. He's not a man. So when you become a man, there are responsibilities to face. So a man is somebody who is able to make decision on his own, complete decision. So the mother should not continue to be expecting or looking at that boy and remembering when he put pampers on him. He should now begin to look at him with a matured eye. Because if a mother can look at a child and realize that this child have grown, he's no more a boy, he's not a man. I mean, that will be the first point of respect. Because if my child have grown to the point that he can now make decision to marry, then I have to respect him for the choice he has made. So if I love him, I think my role now will be that, okay, I've played this role to this level. Another responsible girl is coming in. And then I must be able to trust that girl to continue from where I have stopped. So my role now as a mom will be the advisory aspect of the whole thing. Okay, when they have some issues and they will want me, like if the girl will want to know, Mommy, how do I make this food? Because my husband is always talking about your food. Mommy, can I come and learn under you for some few weeks or months? Teach me how to make ogbono soup, for instance, or teach me how to make moi moi in the way that my husband likes it. Then the mother-in-law joyfully will want to. But if the mother does not realize the fact that this boy is now a man, that's where she will be stretching her hands to still want to be relating with the man as a boy. And that's where the problem comes in.
If the
if African mothers will get to realize that, I know that people grow from stage to stage. And then when it is time to let go, let go. Let go doesn't mean that you've lost the boy. No.
There are responsibilities.
I believe that the boys will be more fulfilled when their mothers are really loving their wives and then treating that wife like the boy as well.
There are a lot of responsibilities.
Okay? But the moment you begin to show hatred to that which the boy has loved, you're gonna miss that son. Hello, you're gonna lose the son. You will lose the son.
A mother-in-law will never interfere in the son's marriage if he knows the son is playing a good role as a son and a husband and a brother. The mother-in-law will not.
When is he interfering?
Will be angry.
When do you think he interferes?
Until the man is not matured enough to handle all his responsibilities.
What is the responsibilities, by the way? Because you go about what are the responsibilities? Are you saying that after wait? Are you saying that after he has made decision to marry, the responsibility is that this man has to begin to cater for the whole family? Is that the burden?
The Bible is saying take care of your old people. So they have that responsibility. It's still there. She cannot take care. You cannot forget your old parents and say, because I want to buy extension hair for my wife, so my mother will not go to the hospital. No. If you are doing that, the whole family will be angry.
Quickly, because I still want us to manage exactly what we are talking about. We are not in defense of any of this party, either the mother-in-law or the wife themselves. What we are to do is to give them advice on how to handle their situation when it arises. What we are talking about now, you're talking about a man being able to control his home or not being able to control his home. Every man has the ability to control their home.
It's not every man.
And every man has ability.
It's not every man. They are still mama's boy.
I say
any little thing they run to their mother.
My
wife cannot cook.
I know.
The food my wife cook for me is not good.
Yes.
Mama, give me food.
I see that will say, you don't cook like my mom.
Yes.
I'm not your mom anyway. What can't cook like your mom because I'm not your mom.
No, any little thing they run to the family and start complaining about their wife.
Okay, now what is your advice to the mother if the son
stop listening to the son?
If the mother, now you are talking about a solution now.
To help the son,
if the son always run to the mother to seek advice, and that is bringing a problem in his home, now we are going to advise you as a husband.
Yes.
Please do not relate most of your private affair to your mother anymore, because you're putting her in jeopardy. Every time she tries to make a move, then the wife will feel bad. So as a husband, you try to learn to manage your home within your home. And that is the only way your mother will not be in trouble, because she's still your mom. And if she's being your mom, she at the same time going to be the mom of the wife that you married.
Exactly.
That's why I quickly refer to my sister when we are talking about a man and a woman detaching themselves from family, saying alone, say, because I don't want my mother to get involved and make trouble in my home.
No.
If you detach yourself, if you have children, who are you going to call first? You're going to call your family. If you are okay, who are you going to call for? You call your family. If something goes wrong, you call your family. So family can never be detached. It's just that we are going to give them.
When a man respects his own marriage and his wife,
we are going to give them
family will
advice.
also respect the wife and the man.
Exactly. We're going to give them advice to find a way to solve those problems, because I will let us know, as long as you are a man and you are married, your marriage will be interfered. Even if you tell them don't interfere in my marriage, they will still interfere in one way or the other, because there will be a cousin, there will be an uncle, there will be a nephew, there will be a niece, and there will be, and they want to talk about the marriage.
Really?
And that is how it goes. It's not like maybe talk about the marriage.
Yeah.
It's not like now, if I see you
Yeah.
and you happen to be the the wife of my senior brother,
yes,
I will say, you're looking good, mama.
Yes,
you're looking good. You're having a lot of expensive things on you. Oh, that's nice. If I am saying that, maybe I'm saying it out of just a little bit of appreciation to you.
Yeah.
And you, in your mind, you already start thinking, oh, he's jealous of this thing, or he's going to start fighting, or maybe he's going to ask his brother now. Maybe that is the time now he's going to ask his brother now that I need 1 million, because he see my wife using a lot of jewelries, and he's not even asking how about the jewelry, but now he say, oh, my brother have a lot of money. If you can see the wife, forget about the rest. Then go to the brother that right.
Based on the situation, whereby the woman is working.
I'm talking about
she
a
can
physical.
provide for herself.
Yeah, but I'm
so
talking about
the family think is the husband that is
exactly.
doing
But how will you handle it when it happens to you?
When you are married, unfortunately, when you are married, anything you wear, they think it's your husband.
Exactly. No, it shouldn't be that way.
That's why men have to do everything to make sure that their wives look presentable, because the honor goes to them.
Of course.
No matter how you are working hard, they put the honor on the man, because they feel it's the man taking care of.
Do you remember in the day of marriage when they say you should give? Okay. Let us.
The woman is the one providing everything.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. Do you remember the vow you gave when you were about to marry? You promised the man you would do everything. Do you remember?
We promised to support.
Yes.
God said we should support.
You
not
say
do everything.
You will do. You say that I will give you all that I have,
submissive.
and then you too, submissive.
Yes.
I'll give you all that I have, and that you're trying to do. And by practicing that, somebody wanted to hamper it, because the person is thinking you are taking their son away, and they're looking for a way. Naturally, they will do it. That's what I tell you the last time. Naturally, they will love you. Sometimes they will love you too much. Sometimes they will ask questions. Sometimes they will ask questions too much. You need also something, like Solomon asked God. When God asked him to ask for something, he said, I want wisdom. You need, as a woman, also to ask the same thing. If you, like, I used to hear it, what man can do, woman can do. If man can go to God and ask for wisdom, let women also go to God and ask for wisdom in their marriage. Exactly. How they will be patient, how they will run the challenges, because the challenges is original, is there. As long as you have a mother-in-law, she's going to say something either good or bad about you.
Because of our time, how do we handle the sister-in-laws as well? Because mother-in-law, you can enjoy that one. You can enjoy mother-in-law because the mother-in-law begat your husband. Okay? Yeah. But the sister-in-laws who sit there, maybe they are not yet married.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be a problem?
Yeah. I have one word for the sisters-in-law. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Except you are not going to marry. If you are going to marry, every woman wants their husband to please them. If your brother is pleasing his wife and you get jealous, then you are going to get the worst husband ever, because God is watching.
Okay, we will.
Wow.
As long as I say consigned, let us not give them a hot words. Let us try to make them that.
No, they should know that.
Sister-in-law, prepare yourself for your own raining days, because you are also going to get married.
Yes.
What you should do.
They have made their mind not to marry.
No, they will marry. They will marry because that is our culture. That's
no,
our
some of them
tradition.
don't want to marry.
Of course, some may not want to marry, but but I'm addressing those that still have interest in marriage.
Also going to marry.
I want you to know that as a sister in your husband, in your father's house, you will be also a wife to somewhere someday.
Everybody
and because my sister talk about repercussions, she talk about also law of karma. If you do something bad to somebody's daughter, that can also be replicable.
That is what I don't understand.
And
most of the people who is doing it,
yeah,
they have daughters. Their daughters is also going to marry to another man. So if they are what if the family of the man is doing bad to your own daughter, how will you feel?
What do you have to say to the sisters?
In everything,
Yeah.
love covers all sins.
Sometimes
love is not jealous.
enough.
So even if my sister-in-law is envying me at times or getting angry with little things at the wife or something, the wife should be patient and continue to be nice a little bit.
Because she's wife.
Because she's love. Yeah, because maybe she's a little bit, because she's a little, whatever happens, love covers everything. Love is caring and sharing. So you have to understand, you don't have to be answer hatred with hatred. You have to look to forgive.
No, what you don't want others
if you are determined,
don't do it to others.
if you are determined to make your marriage work, you have to show a lot of love and patience, understanding. In this, your marriage will work. But if you want to be selfish and arrogant, then we will see how it will continue.
I cannot say because my brother is loving my sister-in-law, then I get jealous and be whispering negative things in my brother ear, whereby I have my own husband. If my own husband and sister is doing that, how will I feel? That is what everybody, individual, should take into consideration.
Thank you.
I will also just quickly chip in a little bit advice for sisters-in-law. Sisters-in-law should try their best to be friends with their brothers' wives, because it is an opportunity for them to learn how it is in the husband's house.
Yes.
If you are lucky your brother married before the time you will be married outside, it is good for you to be able to sit down and look at how they will practice themselves. Look at what the woman learned from their own that's the house before they come to your own family, and see what they are doing. And if you don't correct too much, if you are the person that is not all the time correcting, you will learn from other people. If sister-in-law can look and not be in a position of a boss and want to correct, they will learn. They will learn. And if they go now to their own husband's house, it's going to be easy, because they have seen marriages before. They've seen the tough and then the soft aspect of it. They see the thick and the thin of it. And that will help them. That is the only role that I see that the sisters-in-law should play in their brothers'
marriage was instituted very long ago, beginning of this.
Well, we are rounding up now.
Beginning of this our foundation of the world, marriage was instituted. If nowadays marriage are not working, it's because we are arrogant, we are selfish, we are not sharing and caring enough. We have to change and be determined and be disciplined, yes, and dedicate all our love and effort to make marriage and the family work.
Exactly.
Because marriage is not easy,
yes,
according to the Bible.
So we have to make it work at all, because that means every party have a role to play.
Yeah, that's why I said everybody have to be disciplined, one way or the other.
That is a very good thing. And then I presume that we all here, just like I said earlier, that we all are of the experience of what is happening, and I can see that most of us are putting out those things that we already experienced in our life. In our Maritas, that is institute that we know that we have been there, and we have been to the MEC. We know the mechanisms of the MEC, and when we are giving it out, we are giving it out so that others can achieve. They can achieve from what we have learned. There are young people that may be looking at this program. They are learning. Some of them may be scared, but I want to tell them that you don't need to be scared. Life is like that. Life is just like an ocean. If you do not want to swim in it, then you will be at the riverbank all the time. So what you need to do is you try. Life is like that.
Thank God, the world is growing.
Exactly.
At times, communication. You have to communicate clearly what your difficulty is and how the help you need. All these things too is important.
Try first of all to give love. Don't expect that you are going into a marriage and it's going to be difficult for you, and then you don't want to meet the mother-in-law there. That's a happily receiving a mother-in-law. Sometimes it's a blessing to the wife,
yes.
And I pray that it
My
will always
guess,
be
you
a
people have
blessing.
to be at the other side.
It will always be a blessing to that is to the marriage, to your life, to your activities in your marital. That is a life, and that is what I have for them as an advice. That we just need to accept that very concept is there. In every aspect, even in friendship, just ordinary friendship, you still have people who wants to suggest one thing or the other. Don't be too harsh on them, say, get out of it. No, find a way to listen to them. If you are a soft listener, sometimes you will learn from people. And when you learn from someone, when you apply it in your own life, you apply it in your own marriage, it could even be better than even the person that cheats you the advice or give you the tips. That is it. It's going to be, marriage is going to continue. We are always going to face challenges. And then what we have to do is be ready to face the challenges and find a way to do what? To solve them.
Yeah.
That is my...
For the sisters-in-law who are also married, maybe they are jealous because of the way their brother is treating his wife. Their husband is not treating them like that. They should get on their knees and pray. Give your marriage to God. They can also
advise their husband
jealous.
by bringing, that's what I said about a sister-in-law learning. You can also advise your husband that, look, my brother used to do this. There is a way you know that your sister-in-law do something that your brother likes about her. And if you practice the same thing, maybe the husband also will look at your side and don't be thinking that maybe you're wrong or whatever. We also apply. Every one of us have something to practice, and we have something to give in every marriage that is
well,
that
I
is
think
allocated
for me,
to us.
I would want the mother-in-laws to know that first and foremost, they are mother-in-laws. Nobody is taking their position. Nobody is going to contend with them. And even if somebody is competing or contending with you, it's not going to last for a long time.
Oh, yes.
Secondly, as a mother, you have to realize that you are older than the wife. You are older than the wife of your child, of your son. So, by virtue of the fact that you are an older person, you have to act maturely. You have to act more maturely. And you also need to allow the wife to enjoy the time that she has now, because she's a younger person. So that means her needs may be more than your own needs. So in terms of fashion, she's going to be dressing more trendy more than you. So you cannot sit and be expecting that what she dresses, you have to dress the same way. Do you understand?
Yep.
Or to expect that she wears something more costly and then you are wearing something more inferior. The fact is that this is her time and her season. Because if you remember, during your time too, your husband cherished you and made you to wear the best in town at that time. So you have to know very well that you are aging, and then there's no way somebody who is aging can compete with a younger folk. It's not possible. Both the construction of the body and otherwise, she's a younger woman. So things will tend to fit her more than they are fitting you. So you have to put that, program it in your heart to know that age is telling on you and you accept it. Don't go into competition, because what I see among many African mothers is that they don't appreciate the fact that they are aging to want to begin to compete with the young woman who is just coming, and that wouldn't be very nice.
Every age has its needs.
So when you are aging, accept that you are aging.
Different.
Accept you are aging, and allow God to be the one to keep handling you and changing you. Hello. That's how
the wife also have to show some respect.
Of course.
Also take care of your mother-in-law.
Of course, you have to.
The way you will take care of your own mother.
For me, I think that is necessary, because you need to take care of your mother.
Yeah, and
then also, if she's aging, make her look a little bit younger by dressing her.
It's not dressing. If you have an old mother-in-law, take your time, go to her place, take care of her, cook for her. If you can clean, anything you can do, also help.
That is very, very
important.
That is okay.
I don't know if you clean for your mother-in-law, you take care of her, how she will not come and be saying you are a bad woman.
Yeah. She cannot do that.
Yeah.
No, she cannot do that. But nowadays, with the young women, we don't want to do anything.
We are lazy and arrogant.
Well, even if you're not able to go, but you have your money to send to hire somebody to take care.
I'm going to quickly just chip this in. We can just say thank you to the women of the that is old eras, in the days of the old, in the past, that they tried a lot. You see, the women of these days too, we need to tell them and bless them, because you see, the activities for women in these days is even much larger than the women that we have in those days, that are very, very obedient, that they have all their time for their man, that they have to do all the things. Economy does not allow women to sit aside while the man is working these days. The women are also joining to do things, to work together. So there are more activities they have to do than taking care of something that they know that they can do it one time or two times. All we need to do is that people need to have program for how they can take care of their home, and it will work out for them. Thank you.
So for the sister-in-laws, so my advice is
sister-in-laws should mind their business.
Yes, the fact is that they should not be envying the wives of their brothers. They just have to know that they could be friends with them. You know, be in friendship. If there's something your sister-in-law is wearing and your brother's wife is wearing and you think you love it, just approach her gently and say, sis, I would like to have this. I mean, with joy. For me, with joy, I would like to release what I have to my sister-in-law
Yes.
because she likes it.
Because she's
But
your sister.
if she puts her mouth and now want to begin to control me, I will not give her the chance because I didn't come to marry her.
No.
I came to marry the brother.
Yes.
All these things come back to loving each other. Loving each other. Loving each other.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So that's what I want to say because I will not. It's not good for her
Yeah.
to dominate me
No,
because she's a
no,
sister-in-law.
no.
That wouldn't. So war doesn't need to continue. She has to realize her position that she's just a sister, and the Bible didn't join her together with the brother.
No.
The Bible joined
The process of also
the Lord
focusing
the Lord will give us
on
all
other people's
wisdom.
marriage, you are losing yourself. The time you are supposed to look for your own husband, you are using it to disturb another woman in her own husband. You are losing yourself. To get your own life, focus on your own life.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, thank you so much, those who have listened to us. That's what, if you are talking this way, if you have big man like this, they will finish you. So you better be careful.
No, they should get their own life. No, it's easy as that. It's not your life.
Well,
I can understand my mother-in-law interfering in my marriage, but I cannot understand why my sister-in-law should come and interfere in my own marriage. Get your life.
Exactly. Some of them come and they sit and they want you to be serving
Yeah.
them in everything, and
Why?
they feel that you'll be pounding yam for them and kneeling down before they come and eat. Except you're not hungry. Because if you are hungry, you will go to the kitchen and make
You
the
could
food.
easily
Yeah, I
do
take
all
care
these
of
things.
my- I can take care of
listen.
my mother-in-law, my father-in-law.
All what that's a reverend
my
just said
mother.
now.
Now
can
you are
do
talking
all
as
that.
if somebody is coming to my house,
You can
I
do
know
all
that the person is coming.
Yeah.
I have to buy food or drink or something prepared. I don't expect the person to come and pound
in a harmony.
thing.
In
It
a
depends.
harmony. In a harmony
She's
home
not a
where there
she's
is
not of the
love,
family.
ma'am. Where there is love in a harmony, you will do this thing joyfully.
My
You
dear,
will pan yam joyfully. You want to do it because
It's a communion
not that
thing to
somebody is
enjoy.
commanding you to
you
do
can't
it.
go to work
You are
and
happy
come back.
and no.
You can't go to work and come back after having worked for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Then you come back. Maybe your sister-in-law is just
Pounding the yam is
doing
not the
nothing.
problem.
Yeah.
Expecting me to pound it all the time you come, that is not allowed.
No, maybe
One
maybe
thing,
she's
if you-
not
yeah.
maybe she's not expecting that.
No, some family too. Once you start doing something, they want you to continue doing it.
It becomes a process.
Yes,
So
everybody
must grow in this
be
relationship.
disciplined.
For marriage to work,
Understanding.
everybody must grow.
Yes.
Sister-in-law must grow. Mother-in-law must grow.
Exactly.
Wife also remember
Yes,
that
must
the
be.
man didn't come out from an Iroko tree.
No.
The man has family before
Yeah, you.
they came to bring you.
Exactly.
So you don't also need to go there and then you scatter. You become area scatter. Let's learn to build.
Exactly.
Let's learn to build.
That is
So
perfect.
treat the family you have gone in, treat them with respect. It's true that the man love you and God have joined you together. You have become one in flesh with the man. But please remember, he had mother before he married you, and he had sisters.
Yes.
They will always be in his life. And so learn as much as you can to accommodate those people, and then I believe that peace will reign. It may not be so easy, but with God being on our side, there's nothing we cannot do.
No.
There's nothing we cannot do. Amen.
God always
There's nothing,
defend.
because if your sister-in-laws are becoming too difficult, pray. Continue to pray, and then your mother-in-law becoming too difficult, continue to pray and tell the Lord to change them. I believe that God, who have all hearts in the hollows of his hand, he has the ability to change people. But above all, pray that you become a very peaceful wife. You become a wife that is
Yeah,
accommodating.
be disciplined.
A wife that is
They
accommodating.
say charity
I think
begins
that
at
would be
home.
very nice.
So if you are
So
disciplined
that's what we are
from
that's
your
what we
own
are
parents' side,
that's what
from
we are
your
giving
own,
to the audience
you go to your
tonight.
marriage.
That's what we are speaking, and we believe that we have done justice to this topic.
Yes, we are.
So I want to use this opportunity to thank our brother once again.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you
much.
for coming.
Thank you very much.
Next time, don't come alone. Please come with that big fish.
Balade,
I
your
promise.
Come with the
kebab
pepper soup.
and the
Come with the
tilapia.
I wish that there are some fans who are watching who will say, please, we want to order some for our person.
You can do that quickly.
Do, and God will bless you mightily.
Amen.
Thank you, Mrs. Osagie. Osagide for being with us. You have always been a blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Ruthie, for being with us. You're always fighting for the family.
Thanks for having me.
And we want to tell our audience to continue to watch. Keep watching
Majestic TV.
Yes. And God richly bless us.